Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, and welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again for your 2025 NFL Week 16 Butterfingers Game Highlight Commentary. In the nation's capital, the Eagles put the ball on the ground before the first play from scrimmage. The Commanders have nothing to play for but pride and keeping the Dallas Cowboys in the playoff hunt, because if Philly gets a W, the Cowboys are eliminated. Hail to the Commanders! Hail to victory! Come on, Commanders! Keep us alive! I know we're rival, but you got to be my friend! We need you to be our friend! Come on, Cowboy! You can't lose either! Down to the bayou we go. Taysom Hill gets the handoff. I think the football might be a beignet. They put too much powder on it. He's coughing up the ball. It's a fumble. Recovered by the Jets. Hold on, both these teams got a combined 7 wins in Week 16? Their records look like little people height.
Liberal midget?
Everybody in the 3-1-3. Who let the motherfucking fat man sack me? Down goes Jared Goff. Keanu Benton takes him down on the second play from scrimmage. Take the cameras to Miami. Let's check on Joe Burrow.
And nobody's blocking.
Somebody's going to die tonight.
Baltimore in a must-win game. Handoff to Derrick Henry. Finds a seam. Explodes to the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, Henry. Ravens take the lead. 3rd and 1 for the Raiders. Guess who's back in the lineup? Geno Smith returns from injury.
Wahoo!
Picks up right where he left off. Throwing interceptions. Tying Tua for the league lead. And Derek Stingley's going to go to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Geno Smith continues to be shit. Texans take the lead.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see. Barely. P.O.P. I will die.
The Brownies in striking distance. Play action fake. Shador Sanders rolling right. Perfect 5 of 5 on the drive and caps it off with a touchdown. Rookie to give the Browns the lead.
They told me bust out my AP. Perfect time, man. Got them baguettes up on my neck.
And now no charges, no.
The Cowboys in striking distance. Thick over the middle. Got Fanoy. Falls into the end zone. Touchdown Dallas. They take the lead over the Chargers. Good dub. Good dub. Take care of business. But we still need the Commanders. Back the other way come the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron in trouble.
Come here.
Eat a dick, old man.
You done messed up, Aaron.
4th and 6 for the Falcons. Already in the death note. Why not go for it? Kirk family members got a man, but he plays for the other team. Throws it straight to the defense. Pass intercepted by the Cardinals, and it's going to be returned across the 45.
Give me this motherfucker.
4th and 1, battling the NFC North. Matt LaFleur says, fuck a field goal. Jordan Love's pass, incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Bears hold on the opening drive. Think fast. Buffalo looking to respond. James Cook with a banana split up the middle. Makes 3 Cleveland Browns miss. Makes another 2 miss. Don't ever touch me, Deplin. You don't got the dreadlocks to counter mine. 44 yards to the end zone. Touchdown. Tie game. Following the interception, Arizona would take advantage. Jacoby Brissett's going to air it out. Michael Wilson with a spectacular catch. The referees originally ruled it incomplete on the field, but upon further review, after they got a LASIK surgery, they were able to confirm this was indeed a touchdown and one of the better catches of the year. But he climbed up his chest, had the football ricochet against both their bodies, somehow rolling into the arms of Michael Wilson as he went into the end zone. Absolutely incredible.
And now go Chargers, go.
The Chargers looking to respond. Jay Herbo's going to air it out. Got Quentin no longer. Occasional hands Johnson. Only needed one arm. Takes down the football to tie the game. Third and long for Drake. Escapes 2 defenders. Going down the field. Got a man.
Wahoo!
But he plays for the other team. The podcaster Marlon Humphrey intercepts it at the 3. Baltimore takes it away. 4th and 5 in MetLife Stadium. One half of the exciting Whites got nowhere to go. Planted in the turf. Turnover on downs.
Nice going, fat.
Battle for first place in the NFC South. Tampa Bay pastry chef Baker Mayfield hangs it up for the future Hall of Famer Mike Evans, who tells the Panthers defense, hold my nuggets, suck my dick. Second touchdown on the season, number 107 for the career.
Come
Come on, Joe!
Put it up for T. Higgins.
I got this.
Participating in the 10 Toes Down challenge to give the Bengals a 7-0 lead. Time for a little bit of trickery. Chicago went for it on 4th down just like the Packers did, but the direct snap went right over Monungai's head. It's a turnover on downs, back-to-back for both teams.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
What's your name?
G-Reg,
What you do?
get head,
How you do
drop
it?
my drawers and let her see my third leg. Chillin' on the 7th floor, I gotta let these chickens know. Big Greg is in the house and I finna make these hoes choke. On my balls, on my dick, then I'm bustin' up quick. On the face, on the chest, stick my dick between the breasts. Come on fellas, let's get weird, stick your dick up in the ear. While I'm laughing at these guys, a second nut all in the eyes. That's how we do it, son. In the eyes.
I know what you're thinking. You think the ship has sailed on Underdog's holiday promos. Well, good news, they haven't. Underdog Unwrapped is still going on right now, and there's more promos dropping until New Year's Eve on the 31st. When you sign up using my code Adonis, ADONIS, and you play your first $5, you'll unlock $75 in bonus entries and an exclusive gimme pick that you can play with right away. On Underdog, just pick higher or lower on a player's stats for a chance to win up to 5,000 times your money. And keep in mind, Underdog is available in most states, including Florida, California, and Texas. And listen, I'm not one to brag. It's just been a spectacular year for me over on Underdog. But remember, there's no guarantees. Do yourself a favor right now. Either scan the QR code on the screen or click the link down in my description. Download the Underdog app. Use the promo code Adonis, ADONIS. And when you play your first $5, you'll unlock $75 in bonus entries and you'll receive a free gimme pick. Happy holidays from Underdog. Look at the Falcons' O-line. They got driven so far back, their tackles would be accredited with a sack. How your offensive line take you down? All 3 of them was on the ground. This should count as 3 sacks in 1.
They told me bust out my AP. Perfect timing.
Oh!
Yoink. Pass ricochet off of Judkins' hands because his hands are just for decoration. Intercepted by Poya. The Bills have the first takeaway of this game. How you going to intercept Deion Sanders' son wearing 21?
Fuck them kids.
God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason.
2nd and goal. Jalen Hurts, don't you dare. Rolling towards his right. Forget the tush-push brotherly shove when you got skinny Batman who's able to break open. Devontae Smith with the touchdown. The Eagles take the lead. Fuck. Back to America's Peninsula we go. Toss over to Diva. Give me your ankles. Get the touchdown. 48-yard sprint to the end zone to tie the game at 7 apiece. The Dolphins are on the board. Baltimore back on the move following the interception. Derrick Henry on the handoff. Butterfingers. The King puts it on the ground again. Recovered by the Patriots. They take the football right back. What's going on with Derrick Henry?
Is this your king? Huh? Is this your king?
Think fast. McCarthy to Naylor.
Oh!
Give me that.
Pass ricochet right off of the hands of Jalen Naylor because he too has hands that are just for decoration and picked off by the G-Man. McCarthy now has more picks than touchdowns. Under a minute left to go in the quarter. 3rd and 9 for M&M's Marcus Mariota. Philadelphia would eat his candy, take him down for a sack. Washington's gonna have to punt.
Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
Jacksonville in striking distance. Trevor Lawrence looking for money. He'd find a Washington in the end zone. Touchdown to take the lead. Cam Ward looking like a groupie in Missouri. He's got Chiefs in him. Immediately taken down for the sack. Eliminated from playoff contention. Patrick Mahomes done for the year. Evidently the reigning Super Bowl champs forgot that you can't shoot bullets with your gun on safety. Simmons back-to-back weeks putting points on the board. On offense last week, defense this week, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Titans. Cleveland's known for their Polish boy sandwich, but Buffalo brought their wings. Hand off to Ty Johnson, takes it to the end zone. It's a touchdown to take the lead. Big man Spike. He's fat! Somebody grew up watching Troy Polamalu.
Here I go!
Shall not pass!
Taysom Hill denied the first down. No blue eyes white privilege for you. Turnover on downs. The Jets are going to get the football.
I stopped short.
Denver looking to strike right back, trailing by 7, 3rd and 5. Bo Nix steps into court.
All right.
Cortland Sutton hangs on to the football, scores a touchdown to tie it at 7-all. Geno Smith was able to screw his helmet on straight, rifles it over the middle. He's got Barack Bowers for the touchdown to tie the game, but that's bad news for the Raiders. You know they're winless anytime Bowers scores. Kirk family member Cousins has the Falcons in striking distance. No interceptions this time around, no sacks, just a dump off to Bijan Robinson, who's going to take it to the end zone for the touchdown. Makes it a 3-point game, and he's over 2,000 yards for the season in front of his family.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Big Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
I'm so icy. Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
Welcome to an eclipse. The Broncos take him down for a sack. They're going to have to punt. Back-to-back years, they have 63 sacks on the season. That is outrageous. And they still got 2 games to go. No turnover this time for Ray. He drive New England down to the 1-yard line, dial up voicemail, refused to call his own number. Instead, he finds a Henry who hunts open to tie the game at 7.
Mike, Stephon Diggs has been so fired up down here. He hated coming out of the game in the first quarter after that big hit. They had to force him into the medical tent. They had to physically restrain him to keep him in there, and he eventually escaped out the back. He's been hyping up the entire offense. His leadership is on display, very vocal and energetic with Drake May, doing everything he can to make sure that they are on the same page.
Now, wait a minute. There's a back door?
Yes, he went out the back door, Chris.
Escaped? What do you mean he escaped?
I can remember when I've had a more pleasant day.
And now go Chargers, go!
Grab your textbooks. It's time to get educated. Make sure your Bluetooth is enabled. Maybe even turn on the Wi-Fi. Get connected for free with the White People Connection. Get connected for free. J. Herbo Lad McConkey today. Touchdown Chargers. They take the lead on the White Man Connection.
White power! White power! White power! White power!
43-yard field goal for Jake Elliott, and it's... Oh, watch out for that Pokemon! Pidgeotto used wing attack. The kick sails wide to the left. It's no good. But hey, Jake, no big deal. No way you miss again, right? 3-0 game for Chicago. What's love got to do with it?
Nothing at all.
Jordan Love absolutely blasted, taken down for a sack. There's a flag on Chicago, but it won't matter because Jordan Love is leaving this game with a concussion. He got destroyed with a Zen headbutt. Green Bay's gonna have to go 2.5 quarters without their star quarterback in a must-win to try to take the lead in the NFC North.
And now, no Chargers, no.
The Cowboys fighting for their playoff lives, down by 4. Dak's gonna air it out, says fuck it. Pickens is down there. Prescott to Pickens for the touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What a fucking catch by Pickens! Holy shit! What a catch by Pickens! Oh wow! What a catch! Touchdown! George Pickens to the end zone. Prescott to Pickens for the touchdown. Prescott to Pickens for the touchdown. Dallas is pushing P.
Gotta feel for Minnesota. Last drive, ricochet interception. This drive,
Yoink.
ricocheted, intercepted again. Javon Holland takes it at the 4-yard line. He's heading to McDonald's. Look at J.J. McCarthy do a somersault for absolutely no reason. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba. Jackson! Offside on Abdullah Oblongata. No touchdown for you. The Vikings would get a chance to replay the down. J.J. McCarthy says, I won't throw an interception this time. I'll just eat a sack instead. Taken down. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. Tampa Bay pastry chef Baker Mayfield chose a bad day to not let go of the starch. Where's the carbohydrates? Mugged from behind. Carolina with the sack. 2nd and goal from the half-yard mark for the Commanders. They're going to punch it into the end zone. Washington is back in front. Oh, my God. Let's go. Let's go, Commanders. And the Cowboys winning too. Let's fucking go. The playoffs is still alive. Come on, guys. We got to finish it. 3rd and manageable for Aaron, but the old man gets hunted down again. Aiden Hutchinson gets home for the 2nd time today. Rodgers is taken down.
Eat a dick, old man.
Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
Jags in striking distance again against the #1 red zone defense in the league. It's not gonna matter. Another touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. They regain the lead. What is in the air in MetLife Stadium?
Oh!
Pass ricocheted, intercepted by the Vikings. That's the 3rd tipped pick we've seen today. No wonder both these teams at Elimination Station, because nobody knows how to catch. What happened to their hands?
Puck
has been benched, so they're running a little bit of trickery inside the 10-yard line. Toss over to Washington, takes it to the end zone. The Dolphins in front. Buffalo Wild Wings once again taking advantage. James Cook, his second touchdown today, breaks the plane. It's a double-digit lead for the Bills. James Cook might just steal the first-team All-Pro from Jonathan Taylor. In fact, Taylor hasn't done shit in a month and a half. Ever since the Colts came back from Berlin, he hasn't been the same player. Give it to James. Hold on, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual D, Chiseled Adonis. But of course, you already knew that. And what if I told you could get your own personalized cameo today inside 24 hours? If you book me over on cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis to get your own personalized video message. I've done over 450 throughout the years, and I've been able to garner over 100 5-star reviews. So whether it's a happy birthday, happy anniversary, just a pep talk, or a roast, if somebody needs to be engulfed in verbal flame, I'm the man for the job. So make sure you go over and book me on cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis. I'll see you on the inside. Is DK detangling a fan's hair?
Welcome. Punch!
Heavens to Betsy, did he just swing at that guy? You in the middle of a game. The fuck you punching fans for?
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
The score is 3-3 in a must-win game. If your defense gets a stop, you getting ready to get on the field within the next 2 minutes. The fuck you fighting fans for? And let's just say the fan did say something wild. You still got to keep your composure because you willfully walked over to this man. It's not as if he could have spat on you from 20 yards away. Look at the distance he covered. The distance between the bench and the front row is about 10 to 15 some yards. Judging by the location, where this fan was at, he's between the S and the logo on the Steelers sideline. Judging by the location, that's about the 33-yard line, directly behind the bench. So DK could have 100% heard anything that he had to say. Plus, given he is a Lions fan, he happens to have a Steelers shirt with him, which probably prompted DK to walk over there. Keep in mind, he's standing directly in front of the stairs, so he came down for whatever seat he was at in order to go and say something to DK Metcalf. But look at the response. DK swang at him and missed. Mans is excited about it. He successfully baited you into getting into your emotions. You're not a rookie. You've been in the league 7 years.
Is the man retarded?
And this is completely different than what happened with Lamar Jackson in Buffalo after a DeAndre Hopkins touchdown, because at least you have on camera DeAndre and Lamar getting slapped in the helmet by that fan, ultimately resulting in him getting banned for life and no fine being levied to Lamar. In this case, DK walked over unprovoked, but he not only getting fined, he might get suspended. A Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver crashing out, age-old tradition. Something about that number 4 associated with the Steelers jersey must bring out some sort of demon in these receivers. 84 with AB, 14 with George Pickens, now 4 with DK Metcalf. Abolish that number from the wide receiver position. Following the interception, Minnesota will waste little time taking advantage. This time, J.J. McCarthy knows he can't trust his arm. He's going to have to use his legs. Dials up voicemail, calls his own number, dives towards the end zone, touchdown. 2-possession lead for the Vikings. The fuck you dancing for? You still ass. 2 minutes before the break, the Steelers got the drop at the gas station but didn't recognize the Lions are driving electric as Tesla catches it in the end zone to give the Lions the lead. It's electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie. What kind of baseball score we got in Tennessee? Nonetheless, Cam Ward with the shovel pass finds his man to the end zone. That's a touchdown. The Titans regain the lead. Back and forth we go in Miami. Samaje Perine would take it to the end zone with under 90 seconds left to go in the break. The Bengals back in front. There's a malfunction for the reigning MVP. His controller's jammed and it keeps pushing him backwards. Mans takes a 22-yard sack for absolutely no reason. And oddly enough, this was actually ruled as a tandem sack. Graham was the only one who touched Allen. How the hell did Myles Garrett get a half sack for this? And listen, I'm not taking anything away from Garrett, but he's on the verge of breaking an all-time record. Don't cheap him out of doing it the right way. Graham was the only one who touched him. How the fuck does Garrett get a half sack? Nonetheless, he's a half sack away from tying TJ Watt and Michael Strahan for the most ever in a singular season.
When you fell down for him, I'm gonna get my sack back. You hurt me, Brett.
Terrible news in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson would leave the game with a lower back injury.
Here we go! Kinshasa!
It's been all bad for Baltimore all year, and now your signal caller is out in a game you need to win. Evidently, the internal clock in Geno Smith's head doesn't work because this man can't sense the Texans breathing down his neck. They're the #1 defense in the NFL.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Kirk family member in the red zone again. This time, instead of Bijan Robinson, he finds Kyle Armpits. Kyle Pitts finally starting to play like the highest picked tight end in the history of the NFL. Mans must be trying to get paid. He know it's a contract year. Kirk with 2 TD passes.
Big Kirkle wakes up dripping like this.
I'm so icy.
On the extra point to take the lead.
Oh, I blocked it.
There's no way this senior citizen is still blocking kicks. Calais Campbell got another one.
Eat a dick hole, man.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Burns with the spear on McCarthy. The football loose, scooped up by the Giants, taken to the end zone. The defense scores the touchdown. It's a 3-point game at the break. Go put some icy hot on your ribs. You just got cracked. Already in field goal range, but the Patriots want a touchdown. Drake May instead wants Butterfingers stripped from behind, puts the ball on the ground. Baltimore with a second takeaway. One half of the exciting Whites, Jackson Dart having a tough day at Meth Life. They done broke his chain. Only one man gets to be icy on the field, and that's Justin Jefferson. Get your moissanite out of here. That ain't real diamonds, pussy.
And now go Chargers, go.
Los Angeles makes their way down the field. Justin Herbert from the 1-yard line. QB sneak pushed into the end zone. The Chargers regain the lead in Dallas. No, come on, Dallas. No, I can't take this. My heart is gonna explode. What are the Commanders doing? Literally, on the very next play from scrimmage, Mark Andrews laterals the football to absolutely nobody. The Patriots get the ball right back. The fuck was he doing? Perhaps he pressed the wrong button on his controller, but this makes absolutely no sense. Buddy is literally going to the ground and throws the football. Why would you do this? You have 2 timeouts left. If you were going to toss it to DeAndre Hopkins, why would you do that as you're twisting? Who do you think you are? Mans threw an interception as a fumble.
This guy sucks.
57-yard field goal attempt for Jake Elliott to tie the game at 10 apiece. His kick sailing wide to the left again. It's no good. He missed 2 kicks wide left in the same quarter.
Foul, foul.
But there's laundry on the field. The Eagles are bailed out due to an offsides penalty, and it was 4th and 4. That's going to be a first down. 12 seconds left to go before the break. Panthers out of timeout. Last chance towards the end zone. T-Mac able to beat the coverage. Touchdown, Panthers. They take their first lead today. Only 3 yards away from field goal range. 11 seconds remain until the break. 1 timeout left for the Steelers. Ron says, fuck it. KG down there somewhere. Gainwell, shades of Antonio Freeman, holds on to the football. Somehow the ball ain't touched the turf. To the end zone to tie the game at 10 apiece on an improbable touchdown. The football gods working overtime this season. Every single week we seen crazier and crazier shit. The fuck didn't the ball touch the ground? And keep in mind, this is an absolute dime from Aaron Rodgers. If Gainwell didn't fall, he probably would have caught it anyway. But this just makes it look even better. And to have the wherewithal to immediately get up and sprint to the end zone. Week 16 has been ridiculous. 2 plays later after the missed field goal, Jake Elliott says, call me Missy Elliott, because he misses wide to the left for the 3rd time in the same quarter. Is your foot at the voting polls? There's not even an election going on, and his leg is voting blue. Missy Elliott needs to have his leg confiscated. Get your bum ass off the field and put your motherfucking head back down. Meanwhile, back over at Tegrity Farms, hand off to RJ Harvey. Spin move, get your bitch ass off me. Endorse 2 tacklers. It's a sprint to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown Denver. Tie game 17-all. Into the second half we go. Dump off over the middle. Butterfingers. The Dolphins don't need Hawk to turn the ball over. The whole team is doing it. Trailing by 10. Browns offense done nothing since that opening drive. Shador Sanders looking. Oh! Yoink. Pass ricocheted, intercepted again. His second thrown pick. It's been perfect timing all day for the Bills defense. All these knockout commentaries had me thinking, why don't I knock someone out myself? So I came up with Knockdown tea, guaranteed to help you sleep longer, sleep better, relax, and restore. Passion fruit flavored, so you know it's good. Simply take it 30 minutes to an hour before you go to sleep. And our slogan is 1 cup down for the count, 2 cups, throw in the towel. So make sure you click the link in my description subscription, head over to knockdownt.com and grab your first pack today.
All right, and nobody's blocking.
Look how bad the 2025 Chiefs are. DK left wide open. Nobody within the same area code for another Titans score to make this a 2-possession lead. Pete Carroll is out of his mind, leaving Geno Smith in an empty formation, but Geno gets rid of the football quick enough to find Ashton Genty with one man to beat. Unhand me, scoundrel, to the end zone. 60-yard touchdown. The Raiders take the lead in Houston. The Bengals in striking distance from the 9-yard line. Burrow looking left. He's got Chase Brown, makes a Dolphin miss, exposing his left testicle on that Dolphin defense. Opening drive of the second half for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They drove all the way down the field. Then the big boy, Darnell Washington, had a little bit of butterfingers, couldn't hold on to the football, fumbles it away, and the Lions take over at the 3-yard line. Put down the Butterfingers, put down the Burgers, and hold on to the football. But on the ensuing drive, nobody told Jared Goff that you can't shoot bullets with your gun on safety. 2 for your mistakes. Think fast, back the other way. Pass ricocheted and intercepted. The Bengals get back-to-back takeaways to open up the second half. 4th and 7 inside Washington's 40. The Eagles don't trust Missy Elliott anymore. Hurts says, fuck it. AJ down there somewhere. Pass into Jetsa. Laundry on the field. Flag on the Washington defense. Nullifies the interception. It's an automatic first down for the Eagles. For the second time in 90 seconds, Chase Brown is going to find the end zone, exposing his right testicle on that Dolphin defense.
Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
Denver forgets Trevor can run, dials up voicemail, calls his own number to regain the lead for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Raiders still have the lead, but they got overzealous. Nobody protected Geno Smith. Just look at this bull rush here. The left tackle got absolutely manhandled. Looked like he got dropped out of a helicopter. Outside of Jets and Saints fans, who is watching this game? The pack is in striking distance, but Josh Jacobs is in the Christmas spirit, giving away the football, gifting the Bears a fumble, and they take it away inside the 5. Second failure in the red zone for the Cheeseheads. Following a penalty in the end zone, 1st and goal, handoff to Sean Tucker, walks into the end zone, Tampa back in front. No Lamar Jackson, but the Ravens offense run game is still working the protection. End around reverse, a little bit of trickery over to Zay Flowers. He's going to go the distance to the end zone, and Baltimore takes the lead.
Here comes Mr. Sunshine.
Trevor Lawrence shredding the Denver defense, dump off to Etienne. The Clemson boys would combine for a touchdown, and it's a 2-possession lead for the Jags. After the penalty from the Commanders, new life for the Eagles. 3rd and goal. Beautiful pass from Hurts to Goddard. Climbs the ladder in the end zone. Philly takes the lead. The Commanders are losing. No! For the 3rd time in the 3rd quarter, Chase Brown would expose his testicle, but this time his left and right, both at the same time, rubbing his entire nutsack on the Dolphin defense. 3 touchdowns on their heads in 15 minutes.
And now go Chargers, go.
4th and 1 for Dallas, still fighting for their playoff lives. They're in field goal range, but instead they turn on TBS and participate in the Frank Costanza challenge because they would fail to get the first down. No. Miami absolutely suffocating at home. Quinn Ewers throws up a gift pass, intercepted. Cincinnati is absolutely dominating the Dolphins. The necrophilia has begun. Denver back up against the wall, trailing by 14. Now they don't even know how to handle a routine handoff. The fumble is on the play, recovered by the Jags. Denver's struggling. The Lolly Lule low special teams unit must have been shopping for bags at Canal Street. It's a fake. They try a fake punt, but they got butterfingers. It wouldn't have mattered if they held onto the football or not. They weren't going to pick up the first down. The fake is a failure, and Baltimore has a football at the 44. Cleveland knocking on the door, trying to pull off a comeback. Handoff, Fannin breaks the plane, cuts the deficit down to 6. Score is still Tekashi 6-9 in New Orleans, but not for long. Chris Olave able to find the end zone, and New Orleans makes it a double-digit lead. Marcus Mariota leaves the game with an injury. Insert the NFL slut Josh Johnson, and he's giving out gifts. Pass intercepted by one half of the Ku Klux Klans. Cooper DeJean takes the football away. With Jordan Love out the game, the Packers would have to turn to to Malik.
What you talking about, Will?
And his Packers are already in field goal range, but he wants more. Gonna air it out to the condom helmet, the largest guardian cap in the NFL. Romeo Doubs takes it to the end zone. Double-digit lead for the Pack. Jesus Christ, Juggernaut, take that big-ass helmet off. Under 10 left to go in the third quarter. Bryce Young under duress, able to escape the pocket, dodges two Buccaneers, gonna use his feet and find his man in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, the Panthers take the lead. OHIO, the necrophilia continues from Burrow with his 4th touchdown on the day. Good Lord, can Gesicki stop doing this terrible gritty? It's been half a decade now. No Lamar, no problem. The Ravens continue to run roughshod all over the Patriots. Oh, Henry with his 2nd touchdown today. He's over 128. The Lolly Lule Lowe's defense is getting absolutely hammered by this Baltimore rushing attack. 165 yards on the ground. It's a double-digit lead. There's no way you guys lose this game, right? Coach Harbaugh, I'm talking to you. Derrick Henry's got 128. You're going to feed him, right? Right? He threw 2 touchdowns before. This time he wants the glory for himself. Kirk Cousins sneaks between the A-gap to get into the end zone to make it a 2-possession lead. Hit the music.
Ooh, you know they like it. I'm so icy. So icy. Girl, don't try to fight it. All your friends invited. I'm so icy.
After another Steelers field goal ensuing drive, they're at the 45. Look at the burst. It's like he stepped on a Starman straight out of Mario. Jalen Warren's going to go the distance untouched. Touchdown, 2-possession lead for the Steelers. Who would have believed you if you said at the beginning of the season the Titans would be rolling over Kansas City? Easy touchdown for Tennessee. The Chiefs are getting cooked. Philadelphia trying to make this a 2-possession lead. There's a handoff to Saquon Barkley, and the quad father able to endure 2 tacklers, doesn't touch the ground, takes it to the end zone. What a run by the reigning offensive player of the year. This is why you squat 600 pounds. Look at the center of gravity. Bobby Wagner said even his farts were strong. That ended up propelling him upwards to keep him from touching the ground. What's going on? What's going on? No, Commander, you have to help us. Damn it, you have to fight back. How ironic for the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy would leave the game. Insert Brosmer. He doesn't have a brain after we saw him play in Seattle, and he's taken down by Abdullah Oblongata Carter for the sack. Trailing by 11, the Patriots don't even flinch. Drake May's gonna air it out. Got a man. Touchdown. Williams holds on to the football on a spectacular pass and catch to cut the deficit down to 5, and then they take out their Uno cards and give the Baltimore Ravens 2 for their mistakes. It's a 3-point game. But hey, Baltimore, remember, once you get the football back, all you got to do is just run it down their throats, right? Right, Coach? But oh no, on the next drive, not only did they not hand the ball off to Derrick Henry at all, he didn't even touch the field.
Is the man retarded?
But hey, Harbaugh, no big deal. You guys still are up by 3. You had a double-digit lead in the second half. Only 17 times in your career you've blown it. That's the most by any coach since 1991. But there's no way that's going to happen tonight and become 18, right? Right?
Let's go gambling!
4th and 2. Why kick field goals? Not for Detroit. Dump off to Khalif Raymond. He's going to go the distance to the end zone to make it a 1-score game. The Lions are right back in it. Same situation for Denver. They have to go for it on 4th and 2 too. But Bo throws picks as the pass is intercepted. Jacksonville takes it away. Denies Denver points. It remains a 14-point game. 3rd and 9 for the reigning defending undisputed MVP. Josh Allen running backwards again. Taken down for a sack. Cleveland has life. The dreams of the Raiders are evaporating as we speak. After the field goal was made by the Texans to take the lead, they'd make it a 2-possession lead after Dr. David Dalton Schultz punches his way to the end zone.
Let's go gambling!
Everybody going for it on 4th down, but Kirk family member can't get the handoff successfully. It's a fumble on the play. The Cardinals take it away. Give me your chain.
Give me this motherfucker!
Pittsburgh would respond the exact same way. Handoff to Jalen Warren, untouched, 45 yards to the end zone again. Touchdown Steelers, 2-possession game. First 200-yard game on the ground since last Christmas. And speaking of the run game, Ashton Genty is loose again, somehow to avoid the Texans. Get your bitch ass off me, pussy. I'm going to the end zone. They robbed me of the Heisman. They won't rob me of my performance today. Touchdown Raiders, 2-point game.
And now go Chargers, go.
The Cowboys in danger. The Los Angeles Android Chargers trying to make this a 3-possession game. Handoff to Hampton. Breaks the plane. Touchdown. Double or nothing. 34-17. The Cowboys on the verge of being put in the death note. Things are going bad to worse because over in Washington, Tank Bigsby is going to go the distance. Untouched to the end zone. It's a 3-possession lead for the Eagles. Missy Elliott wouldn't even get an attempt in a game that's already a 3-possession game. They'd hand it off to Saquon Barkley, who'd make it a 19-point lead. The Commanders, oh, whoa, what's going on over there?
I'm mad, man.
We've got a fracas, a kerfuffle, a skirmish, a brouhaha in the NFC East. Fists are being thrown, helmets are being pulled, jerseys are being ripped. The Commanders ready to fight more tonight than they have all season.
And now go Chargers, go.
Dak Prescott's been benched. The Cowboys have accepted their fate. They turn to Joe Milton, and he's gonna need a miracle, but instead he's got Butterfingers. Fumble on the play. The Chargers take the football away. Dallas is fit. Milton coughs it up. The Cowboys are heading to the death note. The Lions refusing to lay down and die. Golf dump off to Jahmyr Gibbs. And with this touchdown, Sonic officially passes Barry Sanders and Randy Moss for the most TDs in NFL history before turning 24. YouTube family, do me a favor and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit that like button as well, because it really helps push the video out into the YouTube algorithm so that more people can come and see the content. Furthermore, make sure you follow me across all platforms on social media: Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. We've had Unreal Motion in 2025, and I'd love to keep that momentum going into 2026. And of course, the content that I upload over there, some of it I can't post over on YouTube because they're going to end up giving me strikes for community guideline strikes. So if there's some kinds of content that you'd like to see that can't get uploaded over here, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and also on Twitch as well. The Necrophilia Challenge continues in Tennessee because the reigning AFC champion Chiefs may be dead, but they're somehow still getting fucked.
Cut that bitch off.
Your shit fake, nigga. You don't got it. You do not have it. Stop putting on the persona for these niggas out here. You don't got it.
Surprisingly, Miami's offense would finally find the end zone. Too bad it's too late. You're down by 1,000. Did the score help them come back and win? Absolutely not. Fans wasn't even clapping. The same way players get fined, I think officials need to be fined as well. Because how is this not flagged for defensive pass interference? Boutte is being molested as he's running down the field. Marlon Humphrey was damn near inside his shoulder pads. The official is literally standing right there the entire time. Now, I refuse to go back to the days where you can challenge if there was a flag or not for pass interference, but this is so blatantly obvious. How do the officials not throw the flag? Especially in a season where we've seen judgment calls for less. What is the thought process in the mind of these referees? Because they've been inconsistent all year, and I'll constantly say this. When we get into the playoffs and you have tens of millions tuning in globally. Last year during the Super Bowl, there was a peak viewership of 137 million in the second quarter. You mean to tell me we still gonna get calls like this and you can't explain yourself? Here I thought K-Sean was booty, but the referees are... Fourth down for the New York Jets. Last opportunity.
Get over here!
Chase Young takes down Cook for the sack. 4th and 1. Buffalo trying to end this without giving Cleveland an opportunity. Josh Allen rolling right. Got Dawson Knox open in the end zone, but his hands, just for decoration, couldn't squeeze the pigskin. And the Browns have an opportunity to go down the field and win this game.
God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason.
Game knotted at 20, but not for long. Ryan Fitzgerald from 48 yards out to give the Panthers the lead in the battle for first place in the NFC South through the uprights, and it's good.
I am having
having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
After the Baltimore punt, how ironic, the Patriots would strike back on the ground. Ramondre Stevenson's gonna find a seam to take it to the end zone, and the Lally Lulelo come from behind and take the lead at who the hell uses M&T Bank Stadium. Coach! Why didn't you run the ball with Derrick Henry? Coach! You've blown 18 double-digit leads in the second half. But hey, Coach, you've got the heart of a champion. No Lamar Jackson, no problem. Either hand the football off or put your trust in
Johnny Tyler.
After a Cardinal field goal, 4th down again for the Falcons, they'd failed to move the chains. Back-to-back drives, turnover on downs. The Cardinals have a chance. A field goal for Pittsburgh makes this an 8-point game. Wait a minute. Chris Boswell transmogrifies into Cody Pocket. Danny Smith chewing gum, his gums, and his tongue. The last of the killer bees, the serial killer, misses his target, and the Lions are still alive with a chance to go down the field and win it. Chris Boswell. People dress up as Santa during Christmas season, not Cody Pocket. Put your motherfucking head back down. After a Vikings field goal, last chance for one half of the exciting whites.
Gotcha, bitch.
Van Ginkel gets home on the pressure. Down goes Dart. The Giants lose again. 1 first down ends this game, but the Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill says, I'd rather stab the Jets in the heart. Take the L out of lover. This game is over, brother. Olave with his second touchdown today. 29-6 victory. Same situation down in Houston. Raiders need a stop. First down wins the game. Nico Collins, Tony toe tap on the sideline. The Raiders are finished. Houston wins again. 7 in a row. Chicago in need of a miracle. We're under 2 minutes left to play. Santos on the onside kick. Romeo Dobbs' hands couldn't corral the football. He should have put the ball underneath his big-ass Guardian cap. The Bears recover. The battle for first place in the NFC North continues. Seriously, why is his Guardian cap so damn big?
Johnny Tyler.
Hundley looks over the middle, finds Zay Flowers, trying to pick up the first down, but again, Butterfingers in the clutch. He can't hold on to the football. Take the L out of lover. The Ravens lose in prime time, brother. Derrick Henry scored his second touchdown with 12:50 left to go in the game. You were winning by 11. How does he never touch the ball again? Your entire offense was on the ground today. Why would you not give the football to your best player on offense, not named Lamar Jackson? Nobody since the Bush Senior administration has blown more double-digit leads than you.
You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it.
Who is this Rudy Poo?
Ravens fans better be picketing outside the stadium calling for this man to meet Vince McMahon. Because if you're going to keep coaching like this, Harbaugh!
Yeah!
90 seconds left to play. Arizona trying to get a comeback. Jacoby Brissett's pass intercepted. Williams didn't have a chance to make a spectacular catch, but the Falcons defense did. Henderson ends the game, and Atlanta walks into the Red Sea and walks out with a W. My God, this condom helmet business is pissing me off. Look how different it is from the other helmets. Wait a minute. You could have saw this video early and ad-free. All you have to do is become a member on my Patreon. So either click the link in my description or head over to patreon.com/ChiseledAdonis. Not only you'd be helping out the channel, you'd also get all of my content early and ad-free before the internet even sees it. Any little thing helps, I appreciate you. If not, hit the subscribe button or follow button. Anything you can do to help out the channel. I'll see you on the inside. After Cleveland failed to go down the field and tie or take the lead, Josh Allen would keep it himself this time rather than trusting Dawson Knox. Picks up the first down, and that's going to be enough to make the clock run out because the Browns are out of timeouts. The Bills get the W. The Commanders haven't quit just yet. Hand off to Rodriguez. He's able to go and break the plane to take it to the end zone, and then they take out their Uno cards and give the Eagles 2 for their mistakes. But did this help them come back and win, though? Absolutely not. And for the first time since the 2004 Philadelphia Eagles, we have back-to-back division champions in the NFC East. I don't want to go in the Death Note. Hey. The Buccaneers already in McLaughlin field goal range, but they want to go for it all. Tampa Bay pastry chef Baker Mayfield escapes the pocket, but he's throwing apple turnovers. Pass intercepted. The Carolina Panthers take sole possession of the NFC South for the first time since 2015. Game all but over for Denver. They're going to have to accept defeat, but Bo Nix wants to throw a hospital pass.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Oh my God. Adonis, my witness, he is broken in half.
Bryant would leave this game carted off the field with a concussion on a play that didn't even need to happen. You're down by 2 possessions. You got less than 45 seconds left to play. Just run the damn football and get out of the stadium. You're not pulling off a miraculous comeback. You got to go the length of the field, kick an onside kick, recover, score again. The game's already done. The fuck you throwing hospital passes for? Jacksonville gets the W. Denver loses. Bryant would be hospitalized with a concussion. He was released earlier today. Get your rest, brother. Get well soon. 4th down, game on the line. QB.
Zesty.
Lets it fly to the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown, Bears. Touchdown, Bears. They're going to force overtime. This game is not over. A spectacular pass and catch from Walker in the back of the end zone. Last time these two teams met, QB.
Zesty.
Threw a pick, but this time throws a dime to tie the game at 16-all. Bear down. Ensuing drive, 17 seconds, all 3 timeouts. Offensive line didn't even try to protect. Down goes Willis. We're going to after hours. Game on the line for Detroit, playing for their playoff lives. Jared Goff finds Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's stopped short of the goal line. He pitches it to Jared Goff. Goff dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown, Jatsa! Foul, foul. Laundry on the field. Referees deliberating to try to figure out what's going on. Old man Rodgers absolutely befuddled. Dan Gamble thinking about what play he wants to run on 4th down. You don't have time, old man.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown, however.
Pass
interference, number 14 on the offense. By rule, that penalty is not enforced, and there is no replay. The game is over. Wow. There is no touchdown.
Whoa!
The OPI on number 14 negates the penalty. There is no replay. The game is over.
What the hell did he just say?
Ruling on the field is a touchdown, however. Pass interference, number 14 on the offense. By rule, that penalty is not enforced, and there is no replay. The game is over. Wow. There is no touchdown.
Whoa!
The OPI on number 14 negates the penalty. There is no replay. The game is over.
What the hell does that mean?
The official said the ruling on the field is a touchdown. However, there's a flag for OPI. It won't be enforced. Game is over. There is no touchdown. What the hell are you saying, sir? You trying to explain to 60,000 people why their team lost, and you struggling to put together the words? All that being said, though, they actually did make the right call, because this is offensive pass interference from Amon-Ra St. Brown. We saw the officials call that earlier in the exact same game. When you got a full extension on the arms, they're going to throw the flag every time. But in this situation, the game's on the line. It's the last play. People don't want to see the flag come out, despite the fact that Amon-Ra did initiate the contact first, and he got tackled short of the end zone anyway. The confusing portion of this entire thing is, after St. Brown caught the football and he was short of the sticks, Porter and Ramsey were driving him back 4 yards. The officials never blew the whistle to where St. Brown was able to throw a lateral to Goff. It's as if they kept the play going just so they can toy with the Detroit Lions fans' hearts. By rule, the game can end on an offensive penalty. It can't end on a defensive penalty. The pain is ultimately the explanation, because the referees stood on the field deliberating for 3 minutes, knowing the penalty was offensive pass interference. Why did the conversation have to go that long? Because the flag was on the offense, it wouldn't matter if it's a touchdown. You could have easily said the flag on the play was an offensive pass interference because it's an offensive penalty. By rule, the game is over. But instead, you drag the fans on for 3 minutes, then announce the result of the play is a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play for offensive pass interference. It's not enforceable. The game is over. If you say it's not enforceable after saying the result of the play is a touchdown, you make the Lions seem as if they won. The first portion of the sentence nullifies the flag, but then you double back a half second later and say there is no touchdown. OPI negates the penalty. This is your words. You didn't even correct yourself and then said game done. No replay on the field, nor no replay for folks to go and take a second look. This was the worst way you could have ended a game. Nonetheless, the Lions take an L. Pittsburgh takes a 2-game lead in the AFC North. Into the extra period like extended menstruation we go to overtime for the Packers-Bears for first place in the NFC North. Second play from scrimmage, Malik Willis able to find Jaden Reed, who takes the football inside Chicago territory. 3 plays later, 3rd and 1. Willis says, fuck the pass, I want the glory for myself. Stopped for a gain of absolutely nothing. It's 4th down. Decision time for Matt LaFleur. You can kick a long 50-yard field goal here, or you can go for it on 4th and 1. Willis can't control the snap. It's recovered by Emmanuel Wilson, but doesn't get the first down. The Packers turn it over on down. We're now in sudden death overtime. 3 plays after getting the football, handoff to Manungai, picks up a huge first down, keeps this drive alive, takes it inside Packers territory. Very next play from scrimmage, QB Zesty launches a rocket to the end zone, caught by Chicago's favorite DJ Moore in the end zone for the touchdown. The Bears win. The Bears win! The Bears win! Last year, they lost 10 straight games. This year, they punched their ticket to the playoffs, and they're 1 week away from being division champions. DJ Moore hadn't had a winning season since he was in high school, and with his game-winning touchdown, might have just won the Bears the division.
When I seen him throw that ball.
Chicago's popping open the Jets in Malloy. Chicago's opening up the deep dish pizza. Chicago's taking down the Green Bay Packers, and Chicago is on to the playoffs. Bears would tell the Packers to join the Commanders, Browns, Cowboys, Chiefs, Dolphins, Jets, Giants, Buccaneers, Broncos, Cardinals, Lions, Raiders, and Ravens in taking out their Metro cards and getting aboard the L train. But for the Cowboys, you've arrived at Elimination Station and you go somewhere different. Oh no, 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 stop it, stop it. Stop it! I don't wanna go to Death Note! I don't wanna go to Death. Shut your bitch ass up for your failures of putting together an adequate season. You'll be joining the Vikings, Bengals, Dolphins, Chiefs, Raiders, Browns, Jets, Falcons, Commanders, Titans, Cardinals, Saints, and Giants in eternal damnation. Because consider your names written down to Death Note, because your dreams of qualifying for postseason football, your dreams of possibly advancing to the NFC Championship for the first time in 30 years, your dreams of hoisting up the Lombardi Trophy for the 6th time in franchise history, so you can finally have vindication and confirmation and saying sixth ring, has been absolutely deleted.
Failure.
What's for dinner? Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales.
It's over. You lose.
Delete.
Delete, delete, delete. Delete, delete, delete.
Delete it.
You will rest in peace.
Delete confirm.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
I hear the Shadow Realm's lovely this time of year. Let's find out if it's true!
Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.